right, dude, let's take a quick look at the power rankings now for the MLB. This is one of my favorite times because it means that we get to rank these teams, talk about them, give our freaking opinions on them.
Judge them.
Last week we had them, and I'll be honest, folks, there's not a whole lot of movement going on in the MLB right now. All the good teams are kind of being good. All the bad teams are kind of being bad. Little bit of movement, though, at number 10. This was a team that was not ranked last week. Now they are.
Yep.
St. Louis Cardinals sliding into that number 10 spot. GG to you guys. We play them this week. That is going to be very hard. 23-18 is the record. They're currently on a 3-game win streak.
Yeah, they just beat the San Francisco Giants, who are 22-18. They're on a 4-game losing streak.
Correct. Yeah, that was the difference for me. And then also I factored in, I think that they are third best right now in team OPS, the St. Louis Cardinals. So their offense is popping off. And then they absolutely annihilated the Pittsburgh Pirates today, 18-4. And you deserve to be on the power rankings if you're going to put up 18 runs, guys.
That's pretty good.
You got to imagine that the Blue Jays this coming week, we are going to need to smack if we want to keep up with the St. Louis Cardinals.
Oh, yeah. Yes, we are. Number 9, we've got another AL East team, the Tampa Bay Rays at 24-17. They're just doing it. They're 6-4 in their last 10, and yeah, they're not flashy, but they're just here, and they're not like a dominant team by any means.
I wrote down kind of like I don't understand. Like it doesn't make sense to me. Like they're not exceptional offensively, and or actually they're below average offensively, and their pitching's like good. Like it's good. I think it's like low top 10. Yeah. But like, okay, like how are you doing this good? I don't really get it. So
it's the Rays, baby.
It's the Rays. They're doing math. They got nerds. So that's why they're at number 9 right now. But 24 wins, we cannot knock them. Number 8 on this list is the Minnesota Twins. ERA is pretty nice on Minnesota right now.
They got a lot of good pitchers.
They have a lot of good pitchers. They got 25 wins to their name, 16 L's. They're currently at the top of their division. They're pretty damn good at baseball.
Yeah, and honestly, they're kind of, I wouldn't want to say running away with their division, but they're getting a healthy lead.
They're getting a healthy lead.
The White Sox are starting to push back a bit, but the White Sox aren't even close to the top 10. Well, they're probably a few people. They're a few
decently,
teams out.
I probably consider the White Sox to be wherever we are. They're probably
around the
same. A spot or two,
Yeah. But yeah, the Twins, shockingly, I thought they would be close to last in their division, but hey, good for you, Twins. Keep on winning.
Keep on winning, guys. Number 7 on this list, another team the Toronto Blue Jays have got to face this week. Adam's second team. It is the LA Angels, man. Their offense, too. I believe that the Cardinals are 3rd in OPS. These guys are 4th. So, we're going to have a really hard time winning these games.
We are.
We're going to need to keep up, and, these guys are pretty damn good.
Dude, offense good. The pitching, the starting pitching is good. The bullpen's pretty good. They're a good team. And they're ahead. Oh, no, Houston is just ahead of them. They're 26-17. Yeah, man. They're just getting it done. And, that's going to be a tough series. I don't know.
Yeah,
we'll hear my predictions later. It's going to be
we'll talk about it right after this. But, LA Angels, you're doing what everybody has thought that you should do for about a decade now. So, GG, you're in the power rankings, number 7. Number 6 on this list is my second favorite team. It's Milwaukee Brewers. They are really good at baseball right now. I think that they're ranked number 5 in both key categories for the team stats.
That's the most impressive thing for me. I knew the pitching was going to be there, no problem, but it's the offense being top 5, which is incredible. Adames is doing really good. Who else? Is it Urias doing really good as well?
I know that Rowdy Tellez
is doing amazing.
And I think Christian Yelich is kind of bouncing back a bit. So it's they definitely have pieces there that are getting it done, and they're scoring way more runs than we are.
Right.
So shout out, your pitching is dominant, and you get the run support. Yeah, you're gonna be up here, and I can see the Milwaukee Brewers powering into the top 5 next week. Very soon.
Hell yeah.
Who's number 5?
Number 5, we've got the San Diego Padres, my ex-bandwagon team, but they're looking really good at 27-14. They're on a 4-game winning streak. They're right behind the Dodgers, just half a game back.
Yeah.
I feel like the Padres are going to be chilling in the spot. I want this for them because of how much of a disappointment it was for them last year, and having seen them go through the rebuild. Just go get it, and hopefully get Tatis back soon.
It also, once again, it doesn't make sense. I said this last week when they were in this position. I don't get how they're doing what they're doing, because their team stats are very similar to our team stats. In fact, they might be a little worse.
Well, you know what?
I don't really get it, but they are getting it done.
Could just be matchups kind of thing. You know what I mean? They're just facing bad teams.
It's getting they are getting it done. So like you got to keep them top 5. They get a lot of wins. They're challenging the Dodgers for that number 1 spot. But like I don't know. Maybe the other shoe drops pretty soon. Hopefully not to San Diego Padres.
Yeah.
Number 4 on this list is the New York Mets. They actually dropped a spot that's got nothing to do with them, more to do with the team that took their spot. They got 28 wins to their name right now. They're like consistent and just doing it on both sides of the baseball.
I'll say this: the Mets are running away with the division. Absolutely, Atlanta is below 500, and they're number 2 in the division.
Yeah,
like this is theirs to take. If the Mets don't win the division, if they flop near the end and they
I can't
explode,
no.
Which, however, Scherzer's dealing with an injury now. DeGrom's has still been out, so that's going to be a challenge. However, their pitching is so good, their offense is so good, they should be able to recover. And now they have such a good cushion, they're still going to be first, I think.
Yeah. I think that they got like almost 10 games on the other opposition right now. So they're laughing. They should win that division unless the Mets end up metting. So
don't met Mets.
Don't met. LA Dodgers coming in at number 3. These guys, now, I could have made an argument to push them a little bit higher. We had them down at number 4 last week. Maybe that was a slight disrespect, a little bit of overreaction.
Could have been.
The reason that they're number 3, they overtook the New York Mets, is 1, they had a really good week, and 2, they're currently ranked first in both categories of ERA and OPS.
They're a great team.
So
I think
that's pretty good.
From a pure power perspective, you could put them number 1.
You could, I think that I don't think that there'd be any problem with that. In fact, I would argue that the top 4 teams here are kind of interchangeable in my opinion. Even if you wanted to put the Mets first, I wouldn't totally argue with that. I'd be like, okay, I see what you're saying. I get it.
But the Dodgers, number 1 in every category. It's a joke. It's a joke to them. They should win the division because the Padres, I don't imagine them being neck and neck with them. I think they'll grab the 2nd spot.
Totally.
But not number 1 in the division.
It's hard to compete when you're the best in both categories.
Right? Yeah, for real.
Number 2 on the power rankings, though, is the Houston Astros. We had them here in this spot last week. They can retain that position. I guess the reason that they didn't drop is really they were just good this past week. They didn't lose any a bunch of games or anything. They were doing what they had to do. So I'm going to keep them there for right now, and I think that's a good spot for them. But the Dodgers, they're knocking on the door.
Yeah, I think easily, if the Dodgers repeat what they did, and they kind of repeat what they did, the Astros, I think it could be a nice easy swap.
Could be a little swap right there. But either way, we're talking interchangeable teams. Astros are kicking ass right now, and they deserve to be up here.
Yeah. And then number 1, I hate to say it, but it is the New York Yankees. Best record in baseball by far with the 29 and 11 wins. Lowest losses, most wins. This team's amazing. What is their pitching numbers?
I believe that their pitching numbers has dropped down to number 3 now, but
they're falling.
Yeah. It's still well below 3 ERA though. And I mean, their offense, Aaron Judge
is amazing.
Yeah,
I think he's running away with the MVP.
Does he have 15 home runs right now?
I think it's. I'm not sure.
I believe it's something actually stupid. I'll take a quick look at that right now. But they are really good at baseball.
He's running away with the MVP votes, honestly, in my opinion. This guy is blowing up. He turned down that big $200+ million deal, and I could see why, because he knew it was coming.
Yeah, 15 home runs right now, and I keep seeing tweets and articles and stuff pop up basically being is Aaron Judge hitting himself into a $300 million contract?
100%. Dude.
And it's hard not to say based on what he's doing.
He's on pace. I saw it the other day. He was on pace for 56 bombs. If he hits 56 bombs with a 1,000+ OPS, that's
you win
$300
MVP,
million.
and then you get a bunch of money.
You should get a lot of money.
So he bet on himself, and it's currently paying off.